What is going on there, citizens of the Reject Nation? We are back for the Mandalorian Season 3 finale. John, how are you? You excited?
I am Mandalorious with excitement, Greg.
Wordplay. Michael, you excited?
Yes.
Yeah, don't even try to compete. Don't even try to compete.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, I got it. I was late. You know what to do. Use the Force to leave a like. That would be very much appreciated. Also, thank you to everyone who has joined us on our Patreon page, especially with the show. We got a bunch of other stuff to offer over there as well. I'm excited to roll into this. I got some new comfy pants. Speaking of which, we got a sponsor today. Greg, roll that special sponsorship ad. Thank you to Me-Undies for sponsoring this video. Man, I've been wanting to work with them for a long time now. Now, obviously, we here at the Reject Nation love to rock apparel that resembles the things we love to talk about the most. Because the clothes we rock often feel like a reflection of our identity, not just who we are on the surface, but who we are underneath the surface. See what I did there? So even though right now Greggy over here is wearing a very soothing Me-Undies shirt, I'm taking the next step forward with below-the-waist clothing featuring Rocket Raccoon and Groot from Guardians of the Galaxy, of course. This collection is also limited edition, so if you like what you see, you better hop on it before it's all gone. All right, I'm gonna get real with you guys. I'm a married man, and my wife knows. I don't mind just walking around the house with my pants off, and I like to see her cute smile when she sees me in these. And as much as I like the look of them, I always really care to be comfortable. Because comfort in what I'm wearing just makes me feel a lot more relaxed to be on camera, and it's just like that in real life. So now I feel like my identity and comfort package is now complete. I'm by no means a clothes expert, but people will attest I'm kind of picky when it comes to kind of fabric I put against my body, and the clothes are just so soft. Even the shorts are so soft. These have been extremely comfortable for just regular day-to-day activities, lounging around the house, and even exercise. You guys didn't even know there's some videos that you've already seen where I've been wearing them the whole time. Because why would you? It'd be a little weird for me to announce what underwear I was wearing at the time. On top of that, too, you guys who watch regularly know I'm usually like in sweats or pajama pants. And undoubtedly, these lounge pants here not only look cool, but my God, these are now, without question, the most comfortable, soothing pants I have ever worn on camera. So Me-Undies, of course, has undies, socks, loungewear, and a bunch more with sizing ranging from extra small to 4XL. Yeah, Reject Nation, the hype is real. They have a guarantee that if you are not impressed with Me-Undies, your first pair on the house. That is a promise. So to get 25% off your first order plus free standard shipping, go to MeUndies.com/rejects. Once again, that's MeUndies.com/rejects. Thank you again to Me-Undies. Seriously, thank you for sponsoring this video. I never subscribed to the whole "there's a spy amongst us" theory. I thought that was just
Spies, plural.
Come in.
I copy.
Get up there.
Use the capital ship as a decoy. We can't beat them in the air.
Understood. I'm entering upper atmosphere, but I have my orders.
Oh, boy.
I'll return with the truth.
Axe.
I'm a spy.
Going under a tunnel. I've got a bad feeling about the fleet up there.
Hey, we got a POV.
Yeah.
Oh, nicely done, Din.
Wowie. That's a flame retardant cape.
That punch. strong punch there.
Yes.
Whoa!
Damn.
Yes.
Yes. Dude. No.
I almost
so proud.
forgot. My God.
You are a negligent parent.
Okay.
He's so cute.
Help me up.
Ellie.
If we don't take out Moff Gideon, this will never end.
I gotta kill Moff Gideon.
If we escape to the surface, I know where we can hold up. Let's go this way.
I don't trust him.
Everyone's a spy.
Everyone's a spy. They're all working for Moff Gideon. Oh, these TIE interceptors are gorgeous.
Yeah, these locked off shots have been amazing.
Their capital ship will soon be destroyed.
But the Mandalorian has escaped.
Little green dot.
Shall we engage?
No, I'll take care of him myself.
I'm very impressed at how they somehow made him scarier.
Whoever does the microphones in this universe, A+.
R5. Come in, R5.
Ah, the real hero.
R5.
I'm counting on you.
Good luck. We're all counting on you.
Come on, R5. Droid
Those
off.
Mouse droids, yeah. It is extraordinary how much character an astromech has.
Got it. Good job, buddy.
They're launching fighters to destroy the fleet. Load the gauntlets and send all available troops down as reinforcements.
That's a great shot.
I'll take care of the cruiser. Everyone go. Move!
Okay, Axe Wolves. This is so freaking cool.
Wowie.
Come on, R5.
Got this, buddy. Let me in, let me in, let me in, let me out.
Is he gonna single-handedly do this?
Never underestimate Axe freaking wolves. Whoa.
No, Armorer's gonna save his ass.
Wowie.
I don't know. Hopefully. Yeah, armor MIA.
There's some barrier shields. I'm gonna need you to deactivate them one at a time. On my command.
Yes, R5.
I love this Phantom Menace reference right here.
Deactivate the first shield.
Oh my god, it's like poetry.
It rhymes.
Oh.
Dark Troopers suck.
You should pull one into a corner and steal their armor.
Yeah, honestly, worked for Han and Luke.
Next shield.
This is really cool. It's a
Yeah.
good stage.
Oh.
Come on, buddy. Damn, these guys really suck.
It's like me with sock and boppers.
More fun than a pillow fight.
Oh.
Next shield.
I thought I was equipping weapons.
The shield
It's like a video game.
Yeah.
Exactly. Oh, that is a Beskar shield.
God damn it.
Oh boy.
Mouse cop. Excellent physical comedy from the droid.
There we go.
Next shield.
Yeah, I'm working over here. Nice.
Mando Wick.
Oh my god.
What the hell are you gonna do?
Wow.
Wielding.
Oh, he is cloning himself to make troopers.
You want something done right.
That's not Gideon.
Thought his pecs were bouncing.
I know. You gotta work them out.
Don't open your eyes.
Oh, good. You got that CGI face there.
Yeah.
Let's go.
A bunch of naked Moff Gideons.
And I hope they have to fight them all in the nude. Where's that mythosaur?
We didn't have fresh drinking water, and yet here we had a beautiful underground oasis.
Lady Kryze, your reinforcements have arrived.
Yeah, buddy.
Okay.
I still got a bad feeling about it.
There's no way she's a spy.
Let's take back our planet.
I do not subscribe to this theory.
Wow. Woo.
Hell yeah, look at her go.
Really?
I am flying. I am the armorer.
I am aerodynamic.
Pound it.
My man.
Oh,
Okay, I see.
Lead them.
Cool shot.
Lead them.
Oh my god. I'm so glad we get to live to see this. Oh, baby.
That's a badass shot.
My axe.
Yep.
Holy shit.
It's like watching bees
Oh,
fight each
yeah,
other.
wow. Dude, this is pretty cool.
If she's a spy, she's a bad one. Oh, wow.
Holy shit. That was awesome. Here he is redoing what he did at the end of season 2.
My clones! We're finally going to be perfect
Oh.
Yeah.
by adding the one thing I never had. The Force.
That's what he's been trying to do.
An unstoppable army. You smothered them before they could draw their first breath.
Oh no.
Fascinating. Come on, Grogu. You got force powers. Take him out.
You just killed his kids, man. Ooh. Oh.
Damn.
Oh, no.
Oh, shit. Grogu. Seriously, do something, Grogu.
God. That is...
Yeah, really should have held on to that Darksaber.
I know, right?
Ow.
Grogu. Thank you.
No, no, no.
No. No.
Oh, my heart's racing right now.
What the hell?
Whoa. What are you doing?
They wouldn't. Grogu, do your training.
Oh, my God. Okay.
Grogu can just force them push away.
Don't worry. They'll get the door open and they'll just be crumpled in a big red ball.
Oh, great shot.
I'm kicking ass. Wow. What a boss. No.
Yes, finally.
Yes.
All right, there we go.
Watch IG die twice. You're destroying the fixtures, you know.
God, that can't feel good. It's like a robotic element to his armor.
Yeah. Well, and like the hydraulic sound.
Hell yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh my God, yes. I mean, saved by a woman. What the hell?
Surrender. Or fight.
Fight. Did he build it? Oh, okay. I thought he built himself a lightsaber.
That's pretty cool, though. I'll give him that.
Shit.
Sweet boy. Okay.
Oh.
Is Grogu's whole fight scene? Okay.
Yep. Oh. Uh-oh.
Come on, Grogu.
Hey. Wow, he just grabbed it. Jeez.
Thank you.
Ooh.
This is straight up like a video game.
Oh my gosh.
Whoa.
You're not going to take my helmet off.
Thank you, Grogu. Come on, kid. Dope. The Wickalorian.
Yeah.
Peggy, I still owe you that dance.
A little busy right now.
Whoa. Got him on the throat there almost.
That's strange. No!
That's
What?
all right. There's a better symbol than that to rule Mandalore.
Oh, yes.
Mandalorians are weak once they lose their trinkets.
Is the Mythosaur just going to show up out of nowhere?
Mandalorians are stronger together.
Crash the ship right into him. Right on Moff Gideon's head.
No, but actually, though. Wow.
There's some great aerial sequences here.
It's terrific, yeah.
Look at that shot.
Beautiful
shot.
effects work across the board.
Wow.
It's the fire and particle sims, like Jesus.
Oh. Thank you, Grogu.
Crush his helmet.
Yes.
Sliding in. Whoa.
You mean his armor's not fireproof?
He'll come back with it melted to his skin or something.
Ooh.
Oh.
Dude.
Just like season 1.
Buddy.
Look at this happy family.
How
Yes,
beautiful.
do it. Do it.
Magnum.
That's a great shot.
I'm so glad they were able to get the One Ring to Mount Doom.
Yeah, buddy.
Nap time.
Go to bed. Go to bed.
You have earned so many frogs, little guy.
Oh, they're going to turn the Great Forge on. Oh, there he is. Living waters of Mandalore. Oh, Grogu's first words.
Maybe he'll ride the Mandalore. I mean, the Mythosaur. Maybe none of that'll come true. Maybe they just tease it for season 4. Wasted all our goddamn time.
We need something.
He is too young to speak, so he is too young to take the creed.
His parents are far from here, if they are even alive.
Just say it, Din.
Then I will adopt him as my own.
Yes. I thought we already kind of did.
We're already there, but good.
You are now Din Grogu, Mandalorian apprentice.
Din Grogu.
Take your apprentice on his journeys, just as your teacher did for you.
This is the way.
Oh, cool. He sees it.
Yeah, wake it up.
HMS Titanic.
He's connected to the Mythosaur.
I'm liking this foreshadowing.
Oh, it's like kind of like Galaxy's Edge. Wow.
Clap like normal people.
You've all got hands.
The Mandalore!
The Mandalore!
For Mandalore.
For Gondor! Zap, zap, zap.
That Filoni?
What? With his hat.
You don't have the resources to protect the Outer Rim, let alone hunt down Imperial remnants. And I need work.
Nice.
Let me get this straight. You want to work for the New Republic?
On a case-by-case basis.
Sure. It'll never get approved.
Which is why you won't tell them.
Let me think about it.
You already did.
Scrap assassin droid head?
I need it for parts.
Cabin just outside of town. Lay low with your new family if you choose so. Between adventures.
And I have a gift for you as well.
Gina Carano.
IG's back, baby.
Greetings, citizens. I am IG-11. I am at your disposal and serve at your pleasure.
Everybody lives.
I am Din Skywalker. All he needs is a guitar, and we're set.
I'm back to eating your little frogs.
What? Did an iris close? What an interesting choice.
There were no spies. I didn't subscribe to any of these spies theories. I thought they were all ridiculous.
I think our little astromech friend was the other spy. I don't know.
There was no other spies.
There was very little
way
payoff.
too much into that. I was like, it's just the title of the episode, guys. Definitely got some thoughts on this finale. Definitely got some thoughts on the show. It was like a Marvel ending.
A little bit. A little bit.
I like that they've set themselves to go back to their roots.
There is no post-credit scene.
No, it's about to start. No, there's the Book of Boba Fett. It's going to start.
That's what happens when you stupid Star Wars fans. You all deserve to die.
It's after this, Greg. They just wanted to
suffer.
We have to respect the Deutsch.
I always hated Star Wars.
Sit and think about all the ways you could die horribly.
But no, there it is. It's loading.
In the words of my best friend John.
Oh.
Campia. He says, don't turn your speculation into expectation.
Good, that's a bar.
And you know what? I hope people abided by that when watching this episode. Because I can imagine that Star Wars Theory right now is yelling at his live stream while we are filming this.
Sure.
There was an extraordinary amount of payoff in this episode.
You think so?
No.
Absolutely not. But Favreau said it would be completely satisfying.
I was satisfied in the sense that it was a beautiful visual spectacle. And while watching it, I loved every second of it. And the minute that it ended and I realized that I didn't get any of the things that I was hoping I'd get, I was left with this fleeting reminder that I am a Star Wars fan.
Yeah.
And this is just the life that we live.
Yeah, guys, listen, I never subscribe. I never subscribed to the whole there's a spy amongst us theory. I thought that was just
spies, plural. Correct.
I think it was just about. It was just the episode. It's literally just the title of the episode, and it meant something there, and then everyone read way too much into it.
But who was the other spy in the episode?
Maybe it will mean something much further down
Oh my
the line.
God! Everyone, let it go.
Listen, I think
they do that. They go. What did we screw up last couple years? Okay, well,
I think
fix
in
that.
season 2 of Tales of the Jedi, I think that we'll get some payoff to who that spy. Maybe the spy was Dave Filoni in the cantina.
Yeah, no, listen. Overall, I still I thought this episode was fine. I thought it was fine. It was fun. I think it's the weakest of the finales of all 3 seasons.
Yeah.
I felt no stakes. Weirdly no stakes. And there was like fun visual spectacle. And yeah, I think overall this is in my opinion. And if you don't have this opinion, I am so happy for you. My opinion, this is easily the weakest season out of all 3 seasons of Mandalorian. I cannot, I'm a little surprised because it took a long time for this season to come out. Felt like they've had a decent amount of time to plan it. I don't really know why this one is the one that seems to have the least type of emotional impact for me, maybe not for you. However, I do think that this was just a fun, predictable road finale. Like, this one's just as by the numbers as it can get. And I did it. There was like no surprises other than, okay, they advanced that. He's called Din Grogu now. Cool. Grogu, to me, I was surprised by how little he can do. I mean, he came in with the fire thing, but I'm like, you did that in the first season. This is just a little bit higher up there.
He didn't immediately fall asleep afterwards. He just sat down. So that's progress.
Yeah, there's seriously a lack of stakes for me here. Yeah. And we got some answers about why Moff was trying to get the clones. Cool.
Even that just didn't do it for me. Like,
yeah.
Yeah, like it was a mistake to destroy all the clones and then fake us out with another Moff Gideon death.
Well,
or kill him again. Either way, like, I think it's a bit of a waste of so many cool portents when you're in there and you're like, oh man, this is his plan, and he's, I don't know, I guess these are the only ones he had, and he left this place completely abandoned while he walked off to lure them, to him. I don't know. The maneuvering of this plan on his end didn't make the most sense to me if those are the most precious thing on this planet. But
definitely like straight out of the like poor evil villain playbook of like, oh, I've captured you, but I'm going to prolong your death and tell you my evil master plan. And then he gets out. I mean, even Din breaking out was like, that to me was such a wonderful high stakes thing going in, where it's like, oh, great, our protagonist is in a genuinely precarious situation where it's hard to imagine him breaking out. And that just felt like,
yep,
immediately.
2 seasons in, and the what were they in the second season? The troopers, Death Troopers.
Yeah,
the Death Troopers.
No, it's the same exact thing. Only this time they didn't come out of their little.
No, weren't they like robots?
Yeah,
but this one they're people in there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's a formula.
Well, the Death Troopers in the second season, he had to fight one, and that was a struggle and scary. And the thought of them all breaking through before he had to eject them all into space.
Yeah,
that was more intense. Just the suspense of them about to break through.
Yeah,
than anything with these troopers than both of these episodes. It is surprisingly underwhelming, and they reclaim Mandalore. Cool. I can't wait to see Bo-Katan lose it again.
I would have been totally content with us being like, cool, look at all this work we put into Navarro. Let's like spend some time, build some more suspense.
The more I think about it, the more I don't like it. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, the more I think about it, the more I'm like, whoa, I'm leaning towards this kind of sucked.
Yeah,
it's a very jaggedly organized season.
The inside of the Walt Disney Company at the time of development for this season was not in a great place, and I'm gonna write it off. I think, I say this with like nothing but love and appreciation in my heart for Star Wars. We know they can do better. They gave us like so many little nuggets of it this season, and in previous seasons, I think they knocked it out of the park. Once upon a time, this was your favorite Star Wars show.
Now I have none.
Now you're a Mandalorian without a planet. No, I mean, I thought the battle to reclaim Mandalore was epic and fun, and the cavalry collision of like the Mandalorians versus the Imperial Commandos and jetpacks was just like visually,
it looked really cool.
It was really cool, but it has to be more than that.
This felt the most cartoony. This season felt, other than a couple of episodes, this felt the most cartoony. And I know some people really like that because it makes them think of Clone Wars. When to me, this show was not Clone Wars.
Yeah, I love Clone Wars, but it's its own
thing. It's an animated show.
Yeah.
This is the thing that separated this was like the gritty Western sci-fi bounty hunter show, and it doesn't need to remain that. But when you literally have like.
The ending feels like they're trying to course correct back to that. in a way. And I would be curious to know, because I'm sure that like the way everything went down with Djarin and Grogu and the whole Boba Fett alley-oop of getting them back together feels like a machination from the studio. Whereas like them retaking Mandalore feels like a thing that could very well suit the show. And yet it also feels like, just because of the way things wrap up, like a thing they kind of had to do or something like that.
I felt nothing for them.
No.
I felt absolutely
no, even like the
nothing.
for Mandalore, I was like, I should be crying right now. Like, as a Star Wars fan, I've been waiting for this moment for a long time, and it was lacking.
The motion, the focus was off as a whole.
It's not hard to see from the beginning of like where you're headed at the top of the season, that reclaiming Mandalore will be a huge thing and a huge theme. And as much as if you treated this more, and I feel like it's a trope to say this, but more like a Game of Thrones in the way that you really realize the clashes of ideologies and the scope and the space, instead of going like season 6 or 7 style where it's like we're just zipping around and it's action and stuff. If they really bothered to make those debates and those ideological clashes tangible and focus that across all these episodes, because it does feel like there's like a chasm in the middle where like a bunch of other stuff happens. It's like episode 3 that could have gone a lot better in a more nuanced Game of Thronesy kind of season. Not to say that you shouldn't have some of that fun. I think that fun is. I enjoyed episode 6 a lot. However, I feel like if you really wanted to drive this arc home, like this would be super meaningful, and you can still have Din and Grogu go out on adventures afterwards, but it feels like something that got relegated to a few episodes, and because it got relegated to a few episodes, it became, let's just do the action parts.
Well, I think in one of the early episodes, I made a strange comparison to the same struggle that The Walking Dead had from its early seasons to when all of a sudden it wanted to be a Game of Thrones. It wanted to be bigger, but it didn't feel earned, and it was executed very poorly. And by the time that you got done with it, they kind of killed the best part of the show. And, I think, and this is just absolute speculation from like putting my producer cap on, I think the master plan, the cinematic story event that they're working towards, when they were doing seasons 1 and 2, I think they were just focused on making a good story. I think this season put a lot of pressure to set those pieces in motion, but the story was very discombobulated. And, I know that they were supposed to have Rangers of the New Republic, which would have helped supplement. I feel like they asked this show to do a few too many things, while also just breaking an otherwise wonderful formula that was a refreshing return to why people like Star Wars in the first place.
Yeah, there's a lack of an emotional core in this season.
The biggest task feels somehow very small.
There's no catharsis there by the end. I think it might have been more interesting if there was because first it was like, oh, we just can't inhabit this place because it's like dangerous to be here. It would have been more rewarding if the obstacle was taking down Imperial remnants that are occupying the territory of Mandalore, and that's the hardest obstacle they have to overcome. That way there's an actual sometimes now it just feels like they got a place. When they already had the whole thing with Navarro, because I know Mandalore means it's Mandalore, so of course it means something. But no, there wasn't any true type of emotional payoff to it all. But hey, let's go through some other shit that happens in here.
Just one quick note. And this is a Game of Thrones spoiler. When the Darksaber was crushed, that reminded me of that same empty, fleeting feeling that I got when the Iron Throne was melted. Like where I was like, wow, all this build up and all this hype, and we're just boop. And I was like,
over your shoulder.
Maybe the mythosaur, like maybe there's something here that and nada.
Yeah, they just treated that moment like it was just another sword gone, but I guess they can reper it in some way.
It's not about the sword, guys. It's about the person wielding it.
Mandalorians working together.
Din Grogu, who is part Mandalorian and part Jedi, will build the new
and not part Knight too,
and part Knight of
Jack Black
of Lizzo.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Let it be known that is canon, and they will be back.
Ah, God. Well, Yeah, where are all the allies? I feel like we spent so much time building a absurd cohort of characters.
You could have had an on your left moment.
Yeah, well, that's exactly like at least give us like that portals moment.
They didn't really do anything with Moff Gideon. They really didn't. It felt very tacked on.
Yeah.
He's back.
Again.
He's back again. Third time in a row. We're gonna fight him just like we did at the end and beat him. And he's got a stronger armor now. And the fight with him and Bo, that should have been very like there was no tension. There really needed to like slow down and simmer. And this should be a moment for Bo-Katan to fight again. I said it in 2 episodes ago. Like contextually, there was so much they could have played with here to just slow it down, make this episode 50 minutes instead of 40, and that way you could have some tension here. So that way when they fight, like she lost to him, this is her revenge. This is this is her reclaiming right now. Yeah. And then they don't give. It's just like a fight scene that happens.
No, that's exactly what it is, and it's just really frustrating because. This is for fans, particularly of Bo. Like, this is a character buildup that's been going on for almost 10+ years now.
Mm-hmm.
And to have that just fall absolutely flat. I mean, I keep thinking back to like the Bad Batch season 2 finale. How did that have emotional?
So much
more emotional weight
so much
than
better.
this episode, and they were able to create stakes. Whereas here, there's a lot of characters that I love. There's a lot of things at stake, but just none of it landed.
No, this season, for the most part, became just. It went from like fine to lackluster to a couple of things that I would love. You know, I love like the second episode, last episode I loved.
Yeah.
And others were fine.
And you said something a few episodes ago, Greg, about how
Din
Greg. Yes.
Grego.
Where Grego, my ego. Sorry. Everything feels fake. It feels very artificial. I mean, it almost feels like watching a fan film during some of these episodes.
Oh yeah, the visuals are so not
like
striking.
The last sequence in the cantina with Blue is just like, I don't know. It felt so not. I know it's silly to say, but like not real.
Yeah.
Which is such a divergence from the first 2 seasons.
Oh yeah, there's something about the cinematography that is not like. There's a lot of cool visuals in this episode, but there's something about the cinematography with the lighting that is not visually striking anymore.
Yeah.
And it doesn't breed a certain type of atmosphere anymore.
Yeah.
I'll give them I think the aerial combat stuff, and especially for how hard those effects can be, did look beautiful. And I think
definitely
oftentimes Rick Famuyiwa is the director who sells this world the best to me. But I would agree that, like, yeah, this season is sort of permeated by an uncanny valley of some sort. And I don't know. I mean, for me, the way that wrapped up with that whole fight and him crashing the ailing ship into the ground and everything like that sort of felt like it didn't really amount to a heck of a lot other than engulfing them in flame and with
which in retrospect was not a great idea.
No, I mean, I get that it's like all you can do when you're just crashing and you're like, maybe I'll just use this to my advantage.
It's a big planet,
but
I took that one hole.
I think it would have been a stronger choice if they just actually let Moff Gideon get away. Instead of, because it's either a fake out again or he's just going to be dead. And either way it feels, like a little stunted right when this season he was seeming to peak into, no, but he's still scary. He's still formidable and commanding. And like even on the heels of this loss of all his clones, like where would that drive the character?
So is the implication that Moff was the first step to Snoke, like this plan?
No, so that's the lost opportunity. I mean, in the previous episode where they talked about the Shadow Council and you had Hux talking about Operation Necromancer, that's Snoke. He just stole one cloner and then decided to like make Force sensitive versions of himself, which would have also just been cool to see a bunch of like, you know, and they could have all been like messed up looking and had like pseudo force. I mean, there's so many things you could have done, but instead we just got like the most milk toast possible version.
All we
of
did
it.
was get an answer to what was happening.
Yeah, and even the answer was like
what it was.
kind of perplexing at the end of the day. Like,
You're like, but they're not you.
Yeah,
Your soul's
You're
not
not going to be able to enjoy being these
Well,
people.
that's how long does he think until they turn on him? Was my first react. That is an illogical plan.
We've all seen that Black Mirror episode.
No, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, I think there was a golden opportunity to let Gideon get away, and what I had been holding on to as a fan is something I think they've hyped up Thrawn in words so much, but we've yet to see anything that makes him an actually like scary, formidable character.
In my version, he would have ridden off on the mythosaur.
I would have just.
I mean, that would break your heart, but that would be fascinating. No,
John. No, it would have been nice to see Thrawn, you know, if they're going to do an introduction, have him just like effortlessly wipe Gideon off the map. And at least then like, oh, okay, we're replacing this one big bad with a bigger blue bad per Marvel. I don't know.
I'm not going to lie, this season kind of ruined my love for these characters. I lost a lot of my love that I feel when I watch this show for the characters.
Yeah. No, it's super fair. I mean, I think they've got a nice setup. You know, I think with Djarin and Grogu doing missions for the New Republic, it opens up to them going to the unknown regions and, you know, playing a role in the Ahsoka story. But I'm with you.
This is leaving me a little dejected. The more I think about it, the worse it just gets in my mind. And
this is the real DJs.
I really did love this show like a lot. Like reacting to the first 2 seasons and then rewatching it on my own was like, yeah, I love this show. Yeah. I love the first 2. I love the 2 episodes that were only Mando focused and Boba Fett more than most of the show this season.
Well, and
it's
this
weird.
Does feel like it came from a post Boba show world.
It did. I was even thinking if the Mythosaur showed up to save the day, I'd be like Book of Boba Fett.
Rancor.
Yeah. But anyway,
there's always next season, Greg.
So that sounds like they're course correcting.
That's the thing about Star Wars fans. We may be upset, we may be angry, we might tweet our dismay and said not so veiled threats to executives at the Walt Disney Company, which you should not do. But at the end of the day, we keep coming back because Star Wars is an abusive relationship.
Yes, it is.
And that's just the way it is.
All right, guys. Well,
what did you think? What was your favorite part? There was some beautiful visuals. I want to hear the optimistic, upbeat side of the Star Wars community.
The Reject Nation community is usually very optimistic.
They're so happy.
I appreciate that.
Do we think Lizzo is secretly a Jedi who escaped Order 66?
Yes.
Is Jack Black actually one of the Moff Gideon clones?
Yes.
Find out next season on...
Yes.
The Mandalorian.
Yes. the Mandalorian. which hurts my soul to say. It was okay. It was all right. It's fine. It's fine.
All right, guys. I'm ready to edit this.
May the Force be with you until the next one, guys.
And thanks for being here, Michael.
Oh, thanks for having me, Greg.